Okay, and we're looking at Mr. Ridley's RMT revision, and this is number 8, and this is health and safety. This is very important, and you need to know this for the exam, and you need to know this for your personal safety in the workshop. Okay, so first of all, health and safety is very important in resistant materials and technology workshops. The exam will always generally have at least one health and safety question. Remember, when answering these questions, don't confuse general school rules, such as not calling out with health and safety rules. So if it asks you for a health and safety rule or a rule in the workshop, don't say, don't talk when other people are talking, don't call out, things like that, which are school rules. They're asking about health and safety rules, the rules that keep you safe in the workshop. That's very important. That's a very common mistake when answering these questions. In technology workshops, there are a range of health and safety signs. You ought to have an idea about what these signs mean. These signs are to keep you safe, and you should understand what the signs mean. The signs come in a range of different colours, and the different colours denote different things. So, the red signs, generally a circle with a line through it, are prohibitive. That means they're telling you not to do something. You will often see these will say, do not enter, do not use this machinery, something like that. They're telling you not to do something. The blue signs are mandatory warnings. These are signs that tell you, yes, you must do something. So you must wear gloves. You should wear gloves when using this equipment. And the yellow signs warn you of danger. They tell you, wet floor, you might slip over, watch out. So they are warning you about danger. Okay, here's some safety equipment. Safety goggles. There's the sign for safety goggles, and of course, what are they for? You wear them to protect your eyes and stop bits getting into your eyes. Ear defenders. These are used to protect your hearing when using noisy machines. So if you're using a machine like this, an angle grinder, which is very noisy, you might see this sign and you would wear these. They protect your hearing, especially over the long term. Dust masks. Dust masks are used to protect your lungs. So they protect you from inhaling dust and small particles which could, especially again over time, damage your lungs, cause damage. And they are using when sanding down, either sanding by hand or sanding with machines. You may use those. Some machines would have extraction where the vacuum would pull the dust out, but it's still sometimes good to wear a dust mask. Gloves. These are leather gloves which are primarily used for handling hot metal. They're not used when using tools like the pillar drill because they might catch. You might catch in the pillar drill and cause actually more of a hazard. A face shield. This is used when more face protection is required. For example, when wood turning, and here there's someone wood turning and he's wearing a face shield, and that protects his whole face from particles that might fly up and cause injury. A welding mask. A welding mask protects the face and eyes from UV light when arc welding. So when you're arc welding, it actually produces ultraviolet light, which is very dangerous to your eyes, and this might cause injury, so you wear a face mask. Some safety rules. Tying back long hair. Tying back long hair is important because your hair can get caught in the machine, such as a pillar drill, and this can be a hazard. If you're soldering, you should tie back long hair because that also might interfere. You might get the hair caught in the soldering iron, could cause an accident. Wearing an apron. Why do you wear an apron? To protect your clothes from paint and glue. They also might provide a degree of fire protection. They're fire retardant material. They're not fireproof, but they would, because they're cotton, they're much better than maybe nylon clothes. COSH. This is COSHH. COSH stands for Control of Substances Hazardous to Health. This is important. This is a set of rules that must be followed in all workshops when using substances that may damage your health. So these kind of substances need to be Examples of substances covered by COSH regulations: oil-based paints, glues such as Tensol, acids, sanding dust, which we talked about, and solvents like paint thinners. These are all substances that when they're in the workshop, they're controlled by law by these regulations. All the products that might be dangerous to your health will have these symbols on them. These are the old symbols here. These often came up in the exam. There are a new set of international Euro symbols. They're basically the same symbol. They mean toxic, harmful, inflammable, explosive, dangerous to the environment, oxidizing, and corrosive. So these are all categories, and whatever the product is, it will have one of these on the container. Now it's time for questions. Okay, so we've got some questions about health and safety. What does this sign mean? Wear ear defenders. Name 3 precautions that you might take when using a pillar drill. Wear goggles. Tie back hair. And clamp work securely. What does COSH or COSHH stand for? Control of substances hazardous to health. Name 2 precautions you might take when using a soldering iron. Wear goggles. Ensure good ventilation. The fumes, you may get pieces in your eye, and the fumes could cause problems, so you make sure you have windows or you're in a large open space. Name 3 substances in the workshop which might be covered under these regulations. Tensol glue, spray paint, and sanding dust. Well, I hope you got all of those, and that was health and safety.